Date on your level. Now, guys and girls, I know a lot of you are going to say, what do you mean by date on your level? What is that? Okay. So a lot of individuals want more than what they're worth. Okay. And I don't want to sound rude to you men and to you women, but life is all about building. You're born usually with the least amount of value, and as you grow, you start to gain the most value. Okay. Now, obviously, the men and women dynamic, men's worth and women's worth are going to be different, especially in today's society. But what do I mean by date on your level? Men, I'm going to start with you guys first, okay? Because like you, I myself had to constantly elevate my level. When I was younger, I didn't have no idea what I was going to do with my life. I wasn't concerned on my appearance, my weight, my fitness, my health. I had no care in the world. And that did not pay off in the long run when it came to dating, okay? I realized that women have their standards, just like you should. Now that we have that over with, your level is simply your value. Similar to the last video I did, what do you bring to the table? As a man, your worth is going to be simplified in these three categories. Your income bracket. Where are you? How much money are you making per year? Okay? This is very important because regardless of the idea of love and just really caring for someone out of nowhere, building a connection, when it comes down to it, most women are going to look for that security. Your health, your fitness, and your looks. Okay? These are very important attributes because health, fitness, and looks are going to matter when it comes to attraction. People that share similar interests when it comes to that category are typically attracted to those type of individuals. Okay? So if you're a fit guy and you are a good-looking man, you're going to typically be attracted to good-looking women, fit women. Shit, you could have been a fat slob, and you're probably still going to be attracted to the fit, slim, thick women that are out there. But, like I said of the title of this video, date on your level. Sorry, you fat slob, you're not going to be on the same level as a really beautiful woman. Unless you have all your other things on point. You got your income banging, it's super high, we're talking about 6 figures and up. You have the rest of the package on point. And lastly but not least, your leadership skills and independence. And the reason why I'm going to combine that together is a sense of knowing that you can take care of yourself and be able to lead others. A leader has to be able to take care of self before he can take care of anyone else. It starts with you and then it branches out. So as a man, you need to have that shit together, being real. You have to be able to lead a woman that you want in your life. The dynamic between a man and woman, most men outside of the entertainment, sports industry, those guys are young guys. So obviously they're going to just want to have fun, hook up, because men and women who are part of it, that's what they typically do. They have so many options, so much stuff going on. They're having fun while working hard. You know, work hard, play hard. That is what they're doing. So in that industry, when you're talking about sports, when you're talking about entertainment, that is what you're going to expect. However, when you're looking for a meaningful relationship, typically those people, they have to grow up in order to get to that point of dealing with serious relationships. So your attraction and the people that you're going to be going for are usually not going to be from that demographic. Not saying all entertainers and all individuals who are in sports are players, but most of those guys and girls are not really going to be settling down anytime too soon. So when it comes down to finding a meaningful relationship, which we have discussed plenty times on this channel, you need to be able to pick the right individuals. And those right individuals will only be available if you are right for them, which is why you need to learn how to date on your level. Ladies, a lot of you want it all. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you won't get it all. Some women will pass up men that have high income, but because their looks are not on point, because they failed out of this list that I just made for you guys, they fail one component off rip, they're not qualified. What else do you bring to the table? You have to ask yourself that. Because when you are trying to date a high value man, someone who's making six figures or higher, someone who is good looking and very attractive, and someone who has leadership skills and has their own properties, their own space, they have their own self-development that they've been doing probably throughout many years. When you get those three components, those guys are going to typically go after the highest valued women. The highest. We're talking about the most attractive, most submissive, most cooperative type of girls. Now, for you ladies, where do you fall on that scale? Let's be blunt. How beautiful are you really? And I'm not talking about just having titties and ass. We're talking about how beautiful are you? Are you a girl that actually has attraction outside of your body? That you have a really pretty face? That a lot of individuals are like, wow, this girl, I would want to be with this type of girl. Do you have a lot of men that would want to be with you because of your overall attraction? Ask yourself that. And we're not talking about niggas that want to just hit it and quit it. We're not talking about just sex. We're talking about someone that wants to cuff you. Where is your health and fitness? Okay? Because you might actually be beautiful. You might be very pretty. But are you fit? Are you relatively of a standard weight? And we're talking about standard weight not being slim, thick, and sexy. We're talking about someone who takes care of themselves. You know, someone who regularly works out. Someone who eats well. Okay? These are going to be factors that are going to determine part of your worth. Whatever you do for yourself, the same way you put on makeup all the time and you like to wear all these different type of clothing and accessories to accentuate your beauty, what are you really like underneath all that? Your body, what you do, what you eat is essentially who you are. And now, last but not least, your age and fertility, okay? So age and fertility plays a big role because men that are high value are going to want women that have the best fertility and that are the youngest. It may suck, ladies, but that is the truth. So a lot of you young women, you don't want to waste your youth on just fuckboys, unless those fuckboys are going to manifest into a real relationship. You want to make sure while you have your youth, we're talking about while you're still in your 20s or even earlier, that you are able to get the type of man that you want and figure that out soon. You don't have your whole life to figure it out. You need to figure out the type of man you're going to want before life passes you by and you won't have the option to land the type of guy that you want. Okay? This masculine behavior that's been going on right now in current times in society from women, that is a major turnoff for a lot of men, especially high value men. Men want women that are cooperative, that are submissive. And I know you heard this in multiple other channels. I know you have heard this throughout media. Men are telling you what we want. Now you do have the white knights and you have the weak men that's going to be a whole nother topic for another video, that they support this behavior of women because they don't know any better. They rather be in the grace of a woman than actually stand up for themselves and actually truly choose the type of girl that they want. But those men are typically don't have much going for themselves. So it's not possible for them to get the higher valued women, the beautiful women, because they themselves don't fit the bracket. Like I said, this video is all about learning how to date on your level. That's very, very important because a lot of us, we put all these expectations out there of what we want, but we have to realize what would the other person want, okay? It's not all about you. You need to know what the other individual is going to want and expect out of you. We all have our own standards. So what will they want from you? And like I said, the components that I just brought up are key factors of what's going to land you in a successful relationship. The more you hit out of those three, and I could probably break that into more, but that will be for another video. But keeping it nice and simple, short and sweet, you want to make sure that as a man, you're hitting these components, okay? So we're going to recap real quick. Building your income, building your wealth. That is essential for a man in today's society, and it has always been essential since the dawn of time when currency was a thing. Making sure that you look good. Are you taking care of the way you dress? Are you taking care of your hygiene? Are you working out? Are you eating right? How do you look physically? That's going to play a role as to some of the women that you will be able to land. And last but not least, are you a leader? Or do you need other people to follow? Are you someone that has their own? Do you have your own place, your own vehicle, your own car? Do you need other individuals to guide you, or can you guide yourself? Because the moment you can guide yourself, that is when you can and will be ready to lead another person, especially your woman. And now women, again, are you actually beautiful? Not just fuckable, are you beautiful? Okay? And I'm talking about naturally. Do you work out? Do you eat right? That's very important. There's too many fat women out here that expect to get high value guys just because they are overweight and they have the ass and they have the titties, but you have that because you're overweight. You're eating too damn much. And of course, your age and your fertility. That's very important because based on where you are in life, that is going to determine the type of men that you will attract. And let's not forget being submissive, okay? Submissiveness and being in your feminine frame is absolutely essential to have a fruitful relationship. The moment you start acting like a man, we're talking about this independence bullshit, okay? I'm not saying that you should not be ready to have your own, but you need to be able to distinguish when you meet a man that's going to be able to guide you and lead you versus the bullshit out there today where you feel like you have to do it all. You feel like you have to have your own and everything, and life is passing you by. All you're doing is fucking around while being independent, and you're not landing in any actual fruitful relationships. There's a reason, okay? And that is you. You are the cause of that issue, because that's not that important. Not to a man that's gonna want you. And we're talking about men that you may want to attract, because a lot of women will complain that they're only being approached by very low value men. Either men that look good but don't got much going on for them, or men that do have stuff going on for them. They're at least on the average bracket, or if not greater, but they're not attractive. They're too nerdy, they're too this, they're too that, okay? The point is that if you're gonna want the higher level men that have multiple, that hit multiple of your standards, you yourself have to make sure that you're hitting multiple of their standards. It's a two-way street, ladies, and sometimes you do forget it. If you can take anything from this video, know this: people typically want more than what they're worth, and you gotta stop it. You have to elevate your level as a woman and elevate your level as a man in order to attract the right individuals for you. Thank you for watching, guys and girls. If you're not subscribed, please do so. It will help this channel grow. This is going to be a place for red pill content. And not only that, but just building your value and your worth as a person. For you ladies, for you men, okay? If you have any questions or topics you would like me to discuss, you can comment them down below. Thank you again. And as always, this channel is all about you. Catch you guys on the next video.